Hi everybody. Can you say hi? This is Tyler again. He's 1 week old today. He's waking up a little. He doesn't like the light. He's getting ready to eat soon, but I just wanted to show him off a little and do his 1 week update and just talk about him a little bit more in more detail. So, isn't he so cute? Can you say hi? We're just sitting here snoozing in our jammies, wrapped in blankets. It's really cold out, so we're just staying warm today. So when he was born, he was having some respiratory issues. He was doing like some grunting when he was breathing. Oh, he's so sleepy. He was doing some grunting when he was breathing. He was just making these like sounds, which at first we were like, oh, that's so cute, he's making little noises, and the nurses and doctors were like, no, that's not good, like, try to get him to cry, try to get him to clear out his lungs. So we were talking to him, and we were, patting him on the back and flicking his feet and doing all kinds of things, but he was still making those grunting noises. So, they called down the pediatricians and everything, and they just, listened to him and said, yeah, he needs to go up to the NICU for a little while to just figure out what's going on with him. So, that's what happened. So about an hour or so after he was born, they kind of started working with him and trying to get him to cry and sound better, and he wouldn't. So about an hour after that, like an hour of trying in the recovery room with me, they took him up to NICU. His oxygen saturation was totally fine. His chest x-rays were totally fine. Is he smiling? He's in a milk coma still. Chest x-rays were totally fine. His blood counts came back. I think it was his white cell count came back like ever so slightly elevated, but nothing, wasn't really out of the normal range. So they debated putting him on some antibiotics, but they ended up not doing that. His sugars were fine. He had scored a 9 out of 9 on his APGARs twice. Let's see, what else did they do for him? So they ended up starting an IV in his little arm, and just giving him some fluid and stuff, suctioning him out really well. He never had to go on the CPAP machine, I believe. Hi, Neester. He never had to go on the CPAP machine. Off, Neo, off. And they just kind of monitored him for a while, and eventually his breathing kind of regulated, and he stabilized and normalized, and so we got him back about 12 hours later. So he was gone basically from like 4 a.m. or so until 4 p.m. We got him back in our room, and he was able to stay with us, and he was able to stay with us the whole rest of the time, and we went home normally after 4 days. He did lose more than 10% body weight, so he was born 6 pounds 14 ounces. I think he went down to 6 pounds at one point, and then they were telling us, you might not be able to leave, and then right before we were getting ready to be discharged, they weighed him again, and he just made the mark. He ended up being 6 pounds 3 ounces, and that was exactly what he needed to be to go home. So that worked out well, so we were able to go home. He passed his newborn hearing screening. He got all the normal, hepatitis vaccine, and stuff like that, and he was, acting totally normal, so that was all good. He is nursing. He's a great baby in that he will take any kind of nipple, he takes any bottle, any pacifier, nurses off me. I do have to use a nipple shield. My nipples just don't quite protrude very well or enough. I can start with the shield and then remove it and get him to latch on. I can do that. But his weight is kind of the issue right now. So when we went to the pediatrician a day later after being discharged, he was down to 6.28, 6 pounds, 2.8 ounces. So he didn't really gain any weight from being discharged. And so the doctor kind of has us on like a feeding regimen, so it's difficult for me nursing him to know exactly what he's getting. He falls asleep really easily at the breast, which is normal for babies. They're comfortable and, warm. He's getting easier to wake up and, to get him to keep feeding, but so lately I've been doing a lot more pumping and feeding him by bottle. I still try to get him to the breast a few times a day, even if it's just for a few minutes. I feel more comfortable knowing exactly how much he's taking in, just because, like I said, the doctor wants a certain amount of feedings and whatnot. It just gives me better peace of mind, kind of knowing exactly what he's getting. So, let's see what else. Although I am kind of starting to consistently pump the same amount of milk every time now, so I think that I probably could be confident if, I put him to the breast that he would be getting a certain amount because I'm constantly pumping that amount. So I'm starting to get a little more comfortable just nursing him and knowing that he's getting, the right amount or whatever. So as far as sleeping goes, in the hospital, he refused to sleep in the little bassinet crib thing, those little clear things that they put them in. He absolutely hated the thing, but they, don't let them sleep in your bed or anything in the hospitals or in your arms. So we basically stayed up all night with him. We took turns just holding him and fighting off the sleep so that, he would sleep and he would rest. So I got like no sleep in the hospital, but as soon as we got home, he likes his swing and his bouncy chair and his bassinet. He's fine. He wanted to leave the hospital just as much as I wanted to leave the hospital. So, and every day is a little bit better. He sleeps a little bit longer. We're at the point where we want him to wake himself up for feedings, but because he was born so early, he was only 37 weeks, he isn't really doing that right now, so we kind of have to wake him up. So he sleeps basically for 2 to 3 hour increments depending on when we're going to feed him. And we just try to sleep when he's sleeping to get our rest. And we just do that all day long and all night long. And it's working out fine. I don't feel as tired anymore. And it's just, we just want to do what's best for him right now. We want to get his weight up. We had a doctor's appointment yesterday and he was up to 6'5", so that's really good. The doctor wanted him to gain an ounce a day, and that's exactly what he did. So we've got another doctor's appointment on Monday, and hopefully he will just keep increasing and putting on the weight. And so, everything's going pretty well. Let's see, he's pooping up a storm, peeing up a storm. He was circumcised, and that is healing very well. So he's doing really well. He's a good baby, and we love him a lot, and he's really cute. And I'll let you guys take a look at him. Can you say hi? Isn't he so cute? Oh, it is those smiles. So that's it for his 1 week update. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.